And at this point, it's been the biggest project we've ever done as far as everything.
Everything.
The number of cast, the number of locations, the number of wardrobe, the number of effects. So I even haven't had a chance to wrap my head around how big it is yet, but I really hope, and I do think that the people who have supported it, I think that they're going to be pleasantly surprised.
Do you have a lot of communication with fans? Do you get a whole bunch of emails and stuff? Do you meet them ever? Like, how? You must have a lot of active fans.
Yeah, I often get a majority of the messages from fans. People who have contributed. They'll kind of like drop in every once in a while and say, "Hey, have you seen this movie or have you seen that?" And I'll just talk to them a little bit about films. Sometimes if I have time, And I try to reach out to every person that responds to us, every person that's ever bought anything from us or streamed a movie. Sometimes I'll just be like, "Oh, I watched Murdercise," and I'll go on there and say, "Hey, man, thank you for watching." And sometimes they'll freak out, like, "Oh, wow, you're the creators?" Like, yeah, I'm one of the creators. And so we'll kind of just go back and forth. But yeah, like I get not fan mail, but I get messages from supporters, almost every day. Just either giving us props or just showing support, showing love, just comments here and there, just want to know like what we're doing next, or if they're trying to offer some help, like, "Hey man, I make music, or I do this, or I do that, or if you need an actor, I want to be in your next film, so it's like, constant. And, it's really humbling to even have fans, quote unquote, people that like your movies or that know you just from your films. They don't know me from any other way. It's just because we made these movies and they saw them on Tubi. I mean, this one guy, Anthony Yubara, he watched Slashlorette Pary on Amazon Prime. He started researching us. He supported us on OnlyFangs. He reached out, and he lives kind of nearby. So we've had him come to our set, our last two shoots, when we were up shooting in Sacramento, just help out on set. And we got to talk to him. He got to do some grip work and stuff because he wants to get into filmmaking, and we've had conversations on the phone. So yeah, that's an example where someone just found us online.
He's in the movie.
Now he's in the movie. We put him in a little role in OnlyFangs too. And so that's an example of a guy who was just watching movies on Amazon Prime, saw us, and reached out. And,
I mean, we've made so many friends on the internet that we haven't met in person. But I mean, chances are if you've talked to us once or if you reached out to us at all, we're just going to like latch on to you and like make you our friend forever.
Yeah.
So
because we're so appreciative. I mean, this is something that not everyone goes through. Not everyone gets love and support from strangers around the world for your work. So it's very humbling. We're very aware of it and very appreciative. I mean, we couldn't do this without any of them. So
we never thought we'd come this far. So we're still in the phase of like, is this even real? Why do you like this? How did you find us?
Yeah, shout out to Giovanni, Lance Wagner, just to name a couple. Like all these guys that we talk to every day, like they're just big supporters.
That's awesome, and what a fascinating film journey that you're on. And it really is something. It's something. It's something new. I wonder what the film would be like if it was crowdfunded completely. What it would look like. It might be very different. So I'm going to ask you. You got your latest thing. So OnlyFangs. How's OnlyFangs going? And what's after OnlyFangs? That's my other question too.
Yeah, that was a question we got a lot this past weekend because we shot some pickup shots for OnlyFangs. We just finished shooting a murder scene in an alley late at night around town involving it's about vampires. OnlyFangs is a vampire film about these group of vampire girls who meet up with this wannabe monster hunter, and they come together and create this app to like turn victims into customers. So we shot this scene, very bloody scene. It was great. I love more blood, the better. We shot a few effect shots this past weekend, so it's coming along great. I was just editing yesterday, actually, that scene, particularly. I stayed up to like 1 a.m. This movie is just so huge and it's so fun. I just can't wait for people to see all the hard work that's going into this film.
Yeah. I think we might have like 2 shoots left.
Yeah.
It's very
2 or 3
close.
shoots, I would say.
We're like 98, 99% done. So We're super close to being finished. We anticipate the release being this summer.
Mm-hmm.
And at this point, it's been the biggest project we've ever done as far as everything.
Everything.
The number of cast, the number of locations, the number of wardrobe, the number of effects. So I even haven't had a chance to wrap my head around how big it is yet, but I really hope, and I do think that the people who have supported it, I think that they're going to be pleasantly surprised with the outcome. Even I'm pleasantly surprised with the outcome because we hope for things to work out. So if we book a carousel or if we book a skating park or something, we're hoping that it will work. And then in this case, it did work. So we're like, okay, cool. We got these locations and we got these people and it's all going to plan. So
slowly but surely.
Slowly but surely.
That's how you do it, though.
Basically. The real test will be once the movie comes out and the fan reaction.
How are people going to see it? Are you going to do like a cinema premiere somewhere? You've got somewhere in mind? Is it going to be on? Because I know you're on like Tubi, I think. The movies are on at the moment. Is that the kind of place people are going to see it?
Yeah, I mean, we are going to try to do like a small little theater run. We do have someone that has a connection to some theaters in California, so we're going to try to do as many as we can. It's definitely coming out on physical media. We have it on VHS, DVD, Blu-ray. Those are the perks that we have right now on Indiegogo, so those are going to be sent out, and it will be available on our Etsy store afterwards. And then, eventually streaming. Streaming has been very good to us. We just really appreciate these platforms because now more people can see these movies and they actually pay, because we've gone into try to go the distribution route with a distributor and they didn't really turn out so well. So we got our rights back from our films and now we're self-distributing and we're doing it ourselves. But the streaming is like just such a godsend for filmmakers right now. Yeah. So definitely going to be seen on streaming and physical media.
We started making movies before social media or streaming was a thing. So we never thought we would end up here, which was such a great path for us because we never thought anyone would ever even watch our movies because we're like, how? We don't have connections. There was no such thing as streaming, but we kept doing them anyway. And we would make our own DVDs like in our house and like pretend that we were real filmmakers and like hand out DVDs and like, we made this. But slowly once social media started becoming a thing and we started like building up a little bit of an audience. And then once streaming became a thing, we had a little catalog of films that we can add there. And we're like, oh, we'll see what happens. And somehow there's people out there that are just looking for something to watch. And they're like, oh, Murdercise? That sounds crazy. And then they're just like, I'll watch that. And then they reach out to us like, hey, I just watched your movie. Now I'm going to go back and watch your other movies. And we're like, what?
Yeah.
Wow.
That's so crazy.
Such a surreal experience.
Right. So many people, I think, are going to discover your movies and then they're going to go back to these ones, and I hope they keep streaming. I think they're going to keep streaming.
It's great.
I think that just, it's really a wonderful system. I think it's great that you guys are benefiting from it, giving you this opportunity.
Yeah.
But thank you so much. These are all for our recorded interview. I'll talk to you in a sec. But that is it. Thank you very much. Wonderful meeting you both. And everyone should go see OnlyFangs.
Yes. Thank you so much.
Thank you.